Hello everyone, so today I will be showing you how to reverse a linked list just in case you come across this question with when you're doing a technical interview or anything of that matter. So I have already set up this class here called Node, and this will basically act as an instruct like if you were using C++ or something like that. So this is basically the blueprint for each element in a linked list. This int right here will be where the data is stored, and this node is basically a pointer pointing to the next node within the linked list. Okay, so let's get started. First off, I would like to create a node called head, and this would be basically the first node inside the linked list. So let's create this node called head. All right. So as you can see, I already have my method headers here for reversing a linked list, and this is just the extra method to print out everything inside of the linked list, whether it has been reversed or not. So we're going to do the main function first, which is reversing the linked list. Oh, and also I have already pre-coded all of this stuff, which is just adding to the linked list and calling other methods. So we'll get to that later. So we are starting the reverse linked list method. Okay, so in order to reverse a linked list, as you all may know, you can't just disassemble pointers from everything and then just reverse it. So if you had an array, you could just say, hey, I want to start from the end and reverse it. Well, that's not the case with linked list. So you will have to actually go in here and do a little bit of work. Okay, so in order to keep track of the nodes that I need to keep track of, which are the previous and the next nodes, and also the current, I will create variables for those, of course. So node previous node equals null. This will be initialized to null. Node current node will be initialized to the node that is passed in, because the head is always passed in, and you would like your, whenever you're going through this, you would like your current node to start off as the head. So right. All right, so now you have the next node. No. And you would like to set that to null also. These two will be tracers, and this will start off as the current node, which would be the head when it's passed in. Okay, so now you want to loop through the linked list and change pointers. So I will create a while loop for that. So while, you want to start with current, as I said, because the current is initialized to the head, which would be the first node inside of the linked list. So you want to say if current is not equal to null. You would like to do that so that this will break out once the current node is equal to null. Okay, so now what you want to do is set the previous and the next node and the current node to the correct to point to the correct places that they need to be pointed towards. So what I will do is set next node equal to current node dot next, and this is just saying, okay, I start at the head. The next node to this node that I'm at right now, which would be the current node, is the next node. So that's kind of self-explanatory. So now the current node, you want to set the current node dot next equal to previous node. Remember, you are reversing this linked list. So that is the reason why you want to set the current node, the thing that the current node points to the previous node, because you're reversing this thing. Okay, so now you want to set previous node equal to the current node. Oh, I did that wrong. Okay. And lastly, you want to change the current node, because this is going to keep you moving throughout this while loop. If you didn't change this node to the next node, then it would stay in the same spot because it doesn't get changed. For example, if you have a for loop and you don't increment I, the same thing would happen. Okay, so now we want to set current node equal next. So you're moving down the linked list at this point. Okay. I want to get rid of this line, and I want to come right here. Okay. So now, being that you reversed it, you want to set the head to the tail. So what you have to do is say node equal previous node, because when you get to the end of the linked list, you want to reverse it, and the previous node will, at the end, if you need to know exactly what a previous node is, trace this with a drawing of a 3-node linked list or a 2-node linked list, and you will understand exactly what's going on. I will also add some pseudocode to this video. Okay, so now this right here is complaining because I don't have anything returning, and I have a type node here. Many of you will probably know what to do next to fix this error, which is return node, right? Okay. Okay, so now the reverse function is done. All right, so now we move on to the print function, which is pretty easy. You're just looping through the linked list and printing it out. So while node is not equal to null, then you want to do system dot out dot print line. Oh no, you just want them all in one line. So print node dot d plus a space in between them. Okay. So now, and also this is the same concept as this. If you don't change this, then you will always stay in the same place. You won't ever get to where a point this is null because you don't switch the node to the next node. Just a little coding format here. So node equal node dot next. And this function is done. You see that I don't have a return problem because this is a void method, which means it doesn't return anything. Okay, so now I'm going to uncomment these lines. This line creates a new linked list object. This line adds a new node to the first thing in the linked list. This line adds a second node to the linked list. This node points to this node. Okay, this line adds a third item to the linked list object. This node points to the second node, and the second node points to the third node, and the third node points to no. Okay, this line prints out a label that says original linked list. This line prints out that original linked list. This line puts a line in between them just because. This line says reverse linked list, and this line actually prints out the reverse linked list. So let's run this. And there's your linked list, and there's your reverse linked list. We can add another node, or as many nodes as we want to the linked list. 31. And we can just add one more. And we want to do another dot next. And we want to say 55. Okay. So as you can see, it still works. Also, I chose to do this way because I know that this returns a node, which would be the head of the reverse linked list, but you could do this. Just to be clear, you could still do this. And say, and now you can reset head here, right? Make sure you have your semicolons, and then you can put head here, and it still works. Okay, that's all for this video. I would like to thank you all for watching. Have a nice day.